My name is Kurt Jordan. I'm a professor of anthropology and American Indian and Indigenous Studies, or ACE. This session I'm going to be teaching Indigenous North America. We're going to be learning about the Indigenous past, the Indigenous present, and Indigenous plans for the future. I think that this subject is really vital to understanding the past, present, and future of the United States and Canada. We're also trying to combat some misinformation and the poor state of knowledge among many mainstream Americans and Canadians about Native peoples. And we're going to be looking at issues of sovereignty and colonialism. We're going to be looking at pretendians. We'll be examining court cases, watching films, reading a novel. So we're doing a lot of different things in a number of different academic disciplines. I think that this course is really meant for just about anybody. It's an introductory course. There are no prerequisites. I'm not going to assume that you have any knowledge about Indigenous peoples and their histories and current events. If you're Indigenous, I think you can still learn something in this course as well about the wider scope of history and the issues. But really, I think all you need to have is an interest and an open mind, and it'll be a great fit. And if you're an international student and really aren't familiar with the situations of Indigenous people in the United States and Canada, I think that this would be a great way for you to get started in learning about those issues. I like teaching outside of the regular semester times because the situation's a little bit more intimate. This tends to be a pretty big class. Normally we have somewhere between 70 and 100 students, and there isn't a ton of ability for me to interact with people in a class that size. I mostly lecture. So I like having a smaller group where we have more opportunity to interact, and you can ask questions and I can answer them. I like the faster pace of it as well. I think that students who are taking a course outside of the regular semester really have to be prepared and organized. The pace is a lot faster, and I think you really have to stay on task. So I think, really being organized and focused. I think if you're coming into a Cornell course like this one as a high school student, you're going to need to be ready for more work and more, I think, intensity of sort of reading and the depth of understanding that's required of you. But I don't think that's any reason to discourage you, as long as you're prepared for a little bit more intense educational experience. I think you'll do very well.